Good morning, everyone. As Julia said, I'm Krista Vasi. I'm thrilled to formally welcome you all to the start of our 14th annual Connections Conference, USH 2022. We have a very exciting program ahead of us, with this morning full of research updates from distinguished members of our scientific community, and we're also going to hear from a variety of people from the Usher syndrome community, sharing their perspectives, experiences, and resources that are available to you. Please also be sure to watch the on-demand presentations that we have on our app. There are a lot of really important research updates on multiple subtypes and more. Some of you may know Julia's daughter, Bella Dunning. Bella was the first person I met with Usher syndrome when she was just 8 years old. She's become like a sister to me, as Julia said, and since that time, I've been so fortunate to meet so many others in this community that now feel like family to me. When Bella was diagnosed with Usher syndrome when she was 8, she inspired a small group of people to envision the coalition as you know it. I was fortunate to join that team shortly after the coalition was founded in 2008, and this was at a time when it was really difficult for a family just diagnosed with Usher syndrome to connect with others who understood their challenges. This was also a time when the few researchers working on understanding Usher syndrome in order to develop treatments were often working in isolation. So the coalition was born out of the need to bridge the gap between these researchers working tirelessly towards treatments and the families and individuals living with Usher syndrome. I've personally had a hand in planning all 14 of these conferences we've held across the country, internationally, and virtually, witnessing as over 1,200 people have come together to learn, to share, and to grow. I was actually stunned, but not surprised when I looked that number up the other day. The coalition exists to connect the global community, and that number shows that we're succeeding. These conferences have made such an impact on me, and I know on you as well. I've seen the change that comes over someone when for the first time they meet another person with Usher syndrome, someone who gets it. I've also witnessed those connections become lifelong friendships. I sincerely hope that all of you here today, both in this room and virtually, get to experience that feeling. I feel so fortunate to get to lead an organization like the Usher Syndrome Coalition. The work that I do does not feel like a job. This community is part of my heart. I knew from a young age that I wanted my life to be about connecting people. When I first started with the coalition, that meant helping connect you all with each other, connecting newly diagnosed families and adults with information and support, and connecting the community to hope through research progress. From the beginning, it has also been a goal to connect you all with clinical trials and eventual treatments that benefit each and every one of you, of every Usher subtype at all ages. That goal is starting to become a reality. It's becoming a reality thanks to one of our greatest resources, the USH Trust Registry. The USH Trust is the largest international Usher syndrome database in the world. The registry was created in 2011 in response to the urgent message from researchers from the scientific community saying that researchers are not in touch with enough people with Usher syndrome. It was created to connect the community to research and ensure trials are not delayed due to a lack of potential candidates. That is happening as we speak through our USH Trust partnership with ProQR Therapeutics, as we support their clinical trial enrollment for the first ever final stage trial specific to Usher syndrome. The USH Trust is one of our most vital tools, and it was built by a man named Iyer. Mani is part of an esteemed group of people who have gone above and beyond to serve the Usher community. He is also a dear friend of mine. This brings me to the real reason I'm in front of you all today. My friend Mani, who is sitting right there with his wife Sareka, is warm, witty, and incredibly clever. Mani lives in Massachusetts and was diagnosed with Usher syndrome type 2 at age 28. Mani was born and raised in Mumbai, India. He worked as a software engineer for 30 years. Mani also recently received his Master of Fine Arts in Poetry, an accomplishment I was honored to witness in person. Over 10 years ago, Mani volunteered to build the USH Trust to meet the urgent need expressed by researchers. With his declining vision, Mani literally built it by zooming in on the screen, writing the code character by character. Words cannot express our gratitude for Mani's contributions to the coalition and to our community. Thankfully, we have more than words today. I am honored to present the Foresight Award to Mani Iyer for his untiring dedication and commitment to the Usher syndrome community. The Coalition's Foresight Award exists to recognize people like Mani who have made a particularly significant impact on the work we do and the mission we aim to achieve. Mani was recently asked in an interview by ProQR, having been there at the start, how does it make you feel that the USH Trust Registry is helping people get into trials? Mani's response was, I feel very proud, and I like to think the registry is a foundation for younger generations being able to find treatments, which will mean they will never go blind. By creating the USH Trust, Mani embodies this award, his foresight to build the registry at a time when research was in its infancy, first created hope, and is now actively supporting research toward treatment. There are many more clinical trials on the horizon, and the USH Trust will seek to find and connect the 400,000 people living with Usher syndrome worldwide, person by person, thanks to Mani. Mani, will you please join me and receive your well-deserved award?
This one is for you.
Stand up closer to the microphone. Yeah.
Can I say a few words?
Yes, please.
Thank you to the USH Coalition family of mine. That includes Krista, Julia, Nancy, and of course, Mark Dunning. I still remember the day when Mark and I met in my house, and we decided that the registry was the way to go. And the best part about it was Mark just gave me all the freedom. He just told me, do whatever you want, and we will touch base every month. And to me, that was the best part. In my professional career, nobody told me to do whatever I wanted. So I had fun. I built this whole registry in isolation in a dark room because the glare was bothering me, and it was a labor of love. Thank you. This one is for you.